I'm Dr. Rudi Newman, a historian and author working with Hertfordshire's library service, and in this series we'll be revealing some of the important, obscure and sometimes unusual stories to be found in Hertfordshire's history. The area around Chorleywood and Rickmansworth is quintessential English countryside. Picturesque and peaceful, in its past though, it was home to a group of people that would make this area significant to the development of modern America. In the 17th century, at the time of the British Civil Wars, a number of dissenting Christian groups were formed. Dissatisfied with the Church of England, one of these so-dubbed nonconformist groups was the Quakers, founded by George Fox. With oppressive laws created in the 1660s, around this time Chorleywood began to grow in importance for English Quakers. Local residents promised sanctuary to nonconformist groups, the ability for them to live and worship freely, and many moved to the area. King John's Farm, in particular, became a Quaker meeting house, as later did the Chorleywood Manor House. One person in this fledgling community, however, was to become an international figure. Born in 1644, William Penn had grown up in the Puritan interregnum, but an encounter in Ireland with Thomas Lowe, a Quaker missionary, and later involvement at university with theologian John Owen, led to him taking an increasingly nonconformist stance. Becoming a Quaker at the age of 22, he was disowned by his parents and began living with Quaker families in Buckinghamshire, making friends with George Fox, and through his writings becoming increasingly instrumental to the public's understanding of the religion. Living for periods in Ireland and Germany, in 1668 Penn was held in the Tower of London because of his publications. Rather than recant them, he wrote more from his cell. He was released after support from one of the royal chaplains, although remaining vocal in criticising the faults of church and king. He was arrested with William Mead in 1670 for breaching persecutory nonconformist laws, but despite the judge attempting to force the jury's decision, they were found not guilty. Unfortunately, the judge consequently imprisoned not only Penn, but also the jury, the aftermath of this leading to juries being made free from judicial control, a key right still in existence today. Penn's father died in 1670, altering his will, so William became his main beneficiary, gaining a considerable fortune. It would appear that around this time he began attending meetings in Chorleywood, in 1672 marrying Julielma Springett at King John's Farm. The same year they moved to Basing House in Rickmansworth, although Penn was still occasionally away on missionary work. The house became host to various Quaker figures, most significantly the founder George Fox. With growing persecution again, many Quakers started looking to America. Early emigrants had discovered similar persecution in the existing colonies, so the intention was to create an entirely new one. In 1677, the province of West Jersey was purchased. 200 people from Chorleywood, Rickmansworth and nearby Buckinghamshire towns founding the town of Burlington. Penn proposed a mass emigration to Charles II and was surprised in response to receive a charter granting him 45,000 square miles of land, making him the biggest non-royal landowner in the world. Clearing a royal debt owed to Penn's admiral father, Charles II also insisted that the proposed name of the settlement, Sylvania, should include Penn in recognition of the admiral. Pennsylvania was born. Penn continued his work in both America and England, dying in 1718 and buried in Buckinghamshire. While Pennsylvania had a rocky start, the town of Philadelphia, which he also founded, grew in importance, and he was to have two particular legacies. In one text, he proposed the creation of a United States of Europe, thought to be the first suggestion of a European Union. More significantly, though, the format he used for governing Pennsylvania and his idea for a democratic union of all the English colonies became the basis for the Constitution of the United States, the bedrock of American government. Today, the rebuilt Basing House in Rickmansworth is the Three Rivers Museum, a commemorative plaque at its entrance. For many years, Penn also became the emblem of Quaker oats, but arguably his greatest memorials are his religious and legal impacts, and through which Chorleywood and Rickmansworth became the cradle of the Pennsylvanian Commonwealth. If you would like to know more, there is plenty available, and Hertfordshire libraries are a great place to start, with many online resources alongside material in your local library. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and thanks for listening.